Hello viewers, welcome to Keats Auto and Truck Repair. Today we have I don't know what year this is. It's a Ford Escape. The customer complaint, we're gonna figure out the year in a little bit. So the customer complaint on this vehicle is the check engine light comes on intermittently. Sometimes the check engine light comes on, sometimes it goes off. So he brought the vehicle to us so we can figure out why the check engine light is coming on. Now, I want to mention that the owner of this vehicle is one of our subscribers here on our YouTube channel. He and his wife drove about 2 hours away to bring the vehicle to our shop. So we appreciate you for business. We appreciate you all who watch our videos and decided to bring your vehicle here for service. Our business is growing because of you guys. So I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for doing everything that you're doing. Thank you for supporting us. Now, we're gonna go in the vehicle. I'm gonna start the engine. Hopefully the check engine light is gonna stay on the dash. If it doesn't, we're gonna connect the scan tool to the vehicle to see what codes we have. Hopefully we're gonna have some memory codes in the engine computer. Before we go in the vehicle, I wanna give a shout out to our cameraman, Kyler. Thanks for being here. Thank you for your awesome work. Although you're in pain, but you're still filming. I'm not gonna say why you're in pain, okay? We didn't cause Kyler to be in pain, okay? We might, maybe if you ask in the comment section why cameraman Kyler is in pain, maybe he can reply and tell you, okay? Cameraman Kyler is not feeling well, he's in pain, but he's such a hard worker, he's still behind the camera filming. So I appreciate you, cameraman Kyler. So now let's go in the vehicle and see what we got. All right, so I am going to start the engine. So the engine is running. It sounded rough a little. Now it's smooth. So the check engine light is not on right now. And this vehicle has 86,000 miles, 394. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn off the engine. I'm gonna turn the key on. I got the scan tool connected to the vehicle. So let's scan the engine computer and see if we have a history code. Actually, I wanted to mention that this vehicle is really clean inside. Like, the owner of this vehicle does a great job keeping this vehicle clean. I think this is one of the cleanest. Actually, that Lexus out there was clean too.
This is nice.
Yeah, so we've been getting clean cars lately. That's good. All right, so this is a 2019 Ford Escape with a 2.0 liter engine. Actually, we got Ian in the back seat. Ian, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. We got Ian with us here. So let's do a code scan. Let's scan all the control units on the vehicle and see what we got. Oh, cylinder misfire. Yeah, that's why it ran rough a little bit. I don't know if the mic was able to pick it up, but I don't know if you guys heard it, but it kind of ran rough for the first few seconds and then it got better. So, I mean, this vehicle has 86,000 miles. I'm gonna ask the customer to see if he has ever done a tune-up before. Maybe it just needs a tune-up. Spark plugs and that's it. And maybe one ignition coil. Okay, so we have two codes in the engine computer. P0301, cylinder 1 misfire detected, and then P0316-00. So let's go into the engine computer. And actually we got nothing on the generic side of the tool. And then the readiness monitors, actually our misfire monitor is checked. That's interesting. So let's go into the engine computer. I want to look at my misfire data. Let's look at the codes first. Let's go to memory codes. So we have the same codes in memory. Let's go to data display. Let's go to misfire data. So at this point, I'm just double checking to make sure that it's actually cylinder 1 that's misfiring. So let me start the engine. So we have, so cylinder 1 is got 30 counts. I'm gonna graph it. Okay. So one is counting, and then the other cylinders are not. I'm gonna start the engine. I mean, the engine sounds smooth right now. Feels fine. I don't feel a misfire. So one is not misfiring. So let's back out of this data group. I want to look at fuel trim numbers. Let's see. Let's see what fuel trim numbers we have. Our rail pressure looks fine. Short-term fuel trim bank 1 is going between minus 6.1 and 7%. And then long-term fuel trim is 6.3. So right now total trim, let me graph these guys. Right now total trim is about 0%. The fact that our fuel trim numbers are within plus or minus 10%, this tells me that we don't have a fuel delivery problem. We don't have a vacuum leak. We don't have a mass airflow sensor problem. We don't have a mechanical problem. So this may just be a spark plug issue. So this is going to be a quick and easy one. Let's just look at the misfire data again. So we have one count on cylinder 1. Okay, so cylinder 1 is misfiring momentarily. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the engine. Let's go under the hood. Okay, let's go under the hood and swap the coil and the spark plug from cylinder 1 to cylinder 2, and then we're gonna start the engine and see if our misfire is gonna follow the coil and the plug. If our misfire follows the coil, we can just swap the spark plug and see. If it follows the plug, then we will know it needs spark plugs, and then we're gonna change spark plugs on this one. I think that's what it's gonna need, but let's keep it low tech. Let's do some quick tests, and then we'll go from there. So now let's go under the hood. Let's pop this cover. Oh, look at this. This bolt is loose. It looks like someone was here. So this is our first ignition coil. This is the second one. So we're gonna have to remove this coil and the plug and then look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the tools and then I'll bring you guys back up. All right, so I'm gonna remove the first coil. So we're gonna take that out. We're gonna remove the coil bolt and then we're gonna pull the coil out. Okay, here comes the first coil. Looks pretty new. All right, and then let's look at the spark plug and see how it looks. I'm sure the spark plug is worn out. I don't think the plugs have ever been replaced on this one. Ian, can you give me that magnet? Thank you. Now let's pull spark plug out. Yeah, look at it. Well, we got the original plug. It looks like it's not burning properly. Interesting. Okay, so now let's remove the other one. Oh, come on. What the freak? Won't fit there. Okay, I need a longer socket. So we're gonna undo this one. All right, actually, Ian, you up. You undo that. Okay. Remove that coil, and then we're gonna swap the thing around. Now careful, don't drop the bolt in the other spark plug hole, because there's nothing there. All right, good. Just pull it out. Let's see how that one looks. Because that's cylinder 2, so cylinder 2 was not misfiring. So right now we're just doing swaptronics. We're just swapping things around. The art of swapping things around. Yeah, you can pull that first one, yeah. And then use the magnet to remove the plug. Let's see how that plug looks. Let's compare it to this one.
It's not as burnt.
Oh, look at the difference. Look at the center electrode. See this versus this? So did someone put the wrong kind of spark plug on this? Do you guys see what I'm seeing here? Look at the center electrode and look at this. See how this one is smaller than this? That's no bueno. And then is this a crack over here? Kind of looks like a crack to me. It looks like this side electrode is cracked. I mean, compared to this one over here.
Is that the second one?
This is the one that was in cylinder 1. So this was over here on the cylinder that was misfiring. Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see. Is this worn out, or because this is not supposed? They should all look the same. Maybe someone put the wrong kind of spark plug on it, because the part number on this one is CYFS 12YRT3, and then this one is CYFS 12YPCT. So it's a different part number. So we got two different spark plugs on this one. So we gotta get the right plugs first and see. I'm sure if we put this one on that cylinder, it's gonna follow it. Right? You convinced?
Yeah, because especially with the little crack right there.
Yeah. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just for gigs and giggles, as they say, if we swap this around, it's gonna follow it. So put this is the one that came out of cylinder 1. Put this over here on cylinder 2, and then put this on cylinder 1. I'm sure the misfire is gonna follow the plug. I will call the customer and let the customer know. I'm gonna recommend replacing the spark plugs first. We're gonna get OEM plugs, and we're gonna put OEM plugs on this and see what happens. Yeah, pull it out. Let me take a picture. Take a couple pictures of those two plugs. I'm gonna attach those pictures to the inspection report that I'm gonna send him. I mean, I'm sure the customer trusts us, but You know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Is that what they say? There you go. Take a picture of these part numbers here. All right, you up? Perfect. Thank you. All right, so Ian is gonna put everything back together. It's almost the end of the day here today. I'm gonna make an estimate. I'm gonna recommend replacing all the spark plugs first. I mean, you guys saw we have two different spark plug part numbers on this engine. I'm gonna get the right spark plugs from our Ford dealership. We're gonna install them, and then I'm sure after that, they should be good to go. This vehicle seems to be in great condition. So I'm sure after we replace the spark plugs, this is gonna be good to go. I'm gonna tell the customer that we have to change the plugs first and then test drive the vehicle to see what happens. So we'll do that. We'll bring you guys back up tomorrow once we get the right plugs. Cameraman Kyler, thanks for being here. Ian, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good? Good job, buddy. So we'll get the new plugs and then I'll bring you guys back up. All right, guys, it is the next day. We are back on this Ford Escape. The customer gave us the go-ahead to replace the spark plugs. We got 4 brand new spark plugs from our local Ford dealership. So Ian is gonna replace these spark plugs, and then we're gonna take this vehicle on a test drive. And I'm pretty sure after that, this vehicle should be fixed. So Ian, you ready to install these?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we're gonna have to remove this cowl. We're gonna get the wiper arms off. Okay, I'll get that. I can do this side.
Okay.
No, just put the, yeah, just give me the ratchet. So you're gonna lift it. So once you remove the nut, you're gonna lift this side, you're gonna lift the arm, and then just rock it back and forth like that. There you go. Okay. I would just put the arm in the car.
Okay.
And then we're gonna screw the nut back on. Okay. You can just screw that nut back on the stud. You can put the little plastic cap on the seat. So now we're gonna remove this cover. To remove this cover, there are a little metal pieces over here that we have to pry forward. There's a couple of them, actually. One was missing over here. And then there's another one here. Now we are removing this cowl because to get to the last cylinders over here, last coils, we have to remove this air inlet tube. So to get this air inlet tube to come off, we're gonna have to remove this entire piece over here. Okay, ready? So we're gonna lift it. Kind of just prise up slowly. There you go. Hold on. Just gonna pry it up. Hold on. Okay, I just need to pry this side up. There you go. There are a couple of tabs over here that hold this piece in place. So here it is. Let me show you the tabs. These tabs over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're gonna get that out of the way. And then we're gonna remove this piece. So Ian, we got a couple 10 mil bolts on that side and here. So I'm gonna show you the ones on this side. We have one 10 millimeter bolt here, and then this one. We have 2 more on the passenger side, and then this entire plastic cover is gonna come off. They say teamwork makes the dream work. I'm gonna undo these screws over here for the master cylinder, brake master cylinder reservoir. Now we're just gonna show you the removal process of all these components. we will do the installation process off camera, because installing all this stuff is the reverse process of the removal process. Okay, so now this should come off. Just like that. Very nice. You got it?
Yep.
Great. Ta-da! Look how much room we have now. Okay, so to remove this tube, oh, actually this was loose. Look at this clamp. It looks like someone undid this clamp and didn't tighten it. We didn't touch this. This was loose. So we're gonna show you how to replace the spark plug in one cylinder, and then we're gonna do the rest of them off camera. At this point, we're gonna remove this tube, disconnect the coil, pull the coil out, and then remove the spark plug. So Ian, go ahead and replace the spark plug on this cylinder.
Okay.
And then we'll do the rest of them off camera.
Oh yeah. Fished it right out. Oh, let's get the suck going up.
All right, so here, I'll hand you the tools. I figured out the torque spec. The torque spec for the spark plug is 106
Fished out the second
inch-pound. That's the second one?
Yep.
Okay. So now, let's bring our new plugs here. Okay. So let's show everybody the part number. Remember yesterday, the one we took out had two different part numbers, right? Yeah, look at this. Kyler, can you see these numbers? Yeah, so look at the part number here. This one ends with CT, but look at this one. This one ends with T3. So two different plugs, which is a no-no. Don't do that, guys. Now look at the one we got from Ford. OEM, genuine. Oh, actually it's this one. You see the one that says CT? And look at the center electrode. You see how this one is big? That one's big too. But this one is small. And this is the one that was misfiring, because this was on cylinder 1. So now we don't have to check the gap on these spark plugs. So now what we're gonna do is, where's that magnet? We're gonna install our brand new spark plug. So the way I'm gonna do it is we're gonna grab it with this tool. So you don't wanna drop your spark plug in the spark plug hole, because if you drop it, the spark plug can hit the bottom of the head, or it can hit, the wall of the spark plug tube. That can reduce this gap. And if it does that, that's not good. The cylinder can misfire. So I'm gonna make sure I lower the spark plug all the way down, and then I'm gonna release. Okay? And then you have to start threading it by hand first before you use your torque wrench, so you don't strip it. There you go. Now install the other one, and then we're gonna torque them down. So Ian has got all the spark plugs threaded, so he's gonna torque them.
What's he torquing them to?
So he's torquing them to 110 inch-pound. Yeah, 110 inch-pound. Our first service info said 106, the other one said 110. So we're gonna torque them to 110 inch-pound. Okay?
Sounds good.
We're good? So now he's just gonna put the coil back on. And then he's gonna connect them, and then we will do the rest of them off camera. So actually, we can leave this right over here. We're gonna do the rest off camera. After we put everything back together, we will bring you guys back up so we can verify our repair. All right, guys, Ian has replaced spark plugs, right?
Yep.
Good job, Ian.
Thank you.
This looks good. So Kyler, if you can show everyone how everything looks over here. So actually, I didn't help Ian with this. He did all this stuff by himself. So he put everything back together. We're good to go. Good job, Ian. So now, go ahead and start the engine. Actually, turn the key on first. I'm gonna erase the code. So turn off the engine, turn the key on. So let's go into the engine computer. We had some misfire codes yesterday. I'm gonna erase the codes and then we're gonna look at our misfire data PIDs. Remember, it was cylinder 1 that was misfiring. Okay, so here are the codes that we have. I'm gonna clear these codes. Let's read the codes. Key on, engine off, self-test. So no codes present, that's good. So go ahead and start the engine, Ian. So let's look at our misfire data to see what we got. Yeah, I like how this engine sounds. This is fixed. I'm gonna graph the first cylinder that was misfiring yesterday. Yeah, this just needed spark plugs. This was quick and easy. Ian,
Yes,
you
sir.
can come out here. Yeah, this is good. What do you think?
Think sounds good?
Sounds good?
Yes,
You
sir.
think it's fixed?
Oh yeah, I know it's fixed.
Good job, buddy. All right, this is good. At this point, we're gonna put the engine cover back on and take it on a test drive, and then we should be done. So, should we take everybody on a test drive or no? I don't think we have to take you guys on a test drive. Kyler is like, no. I mean, okay, I would test drive the vehicle off camera. If the check engine light comes back on, or if the code comes back on, I will bring you guys back up. If I don't bring you guys back up, it means this is fixed. I'm sure it is. I don't think it's gonna come back. Based on how the engine sounds and the mileage that the vehicle has, this is fixed. All right, buddy, turn it off so we can wrap up this video. Then we can test drive it afterwards. Maybe we can take it on it. We can take it for a drive when we go to lunch. All right, so that's it. We're gonna leave this right over here. This is fixed. Ian, good job.
Thank you, thank you.
This was a quick and easy one. We replaced the spark plugs. Now we're gonna have another happy customer, right?
There we are.
Everybody, I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumb down. But if you do, tell us why so we can make better videos in the future. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any comments, questions, criticism, leave them in the comment box. And thank you very much to you all that are watching our videos and bringing your vehicles here for service. We have been busy because of you guys, so I can't thank you guys enough. Keep bringing your vehicles to our shop. Thanks again, cameraman Kyler. Thank you for being behind the camera. I know you are in pain, but thank you for all your hard work and everything you're doing. Thanks everybody. See you guys next time.